Lily there with First Gateway Credit Union. You've probably heard the commercial about the KICS program. So what is the KICS program? Lily?
So we originated the First Gateway Credit Union Foundation late last year with the idea that we would go into an elementary school and get every kid in the school a new pair of shoes for the year.
So how did this all come about? I mean, was it a brainstorming session or what?
It's actually something that we kind of emulated from some peer credit unions. A friend of mine that runs a large credit union down in the northern part of Alabama. It was his program was Kicks for Kids. They were a much larger credit union, so they did it in a lot bigger scope, scale, everything. But it's been about 3 years, like saying, wouldn't it be great sometime if our credit union was in position financially to be able to offer a program, even if it's a lower scale in volume than what they're doing. And so we discussed at a board planning session about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5, with the concept. We knew there were a lot of point A to point B things that we had to get established, like the establishment of the foundation, like how we wanted to design our program, who would supply the shoes, and so on and so forth. So some of the things, a lot of things are out there, but ours is unique to us because, you know, our supplier, you know, is different than who they may have had supply. But there are some actual national programs as well that really try to do something very similar because there's just a lot of positives that come out of a program. And we want to bring it to the Gateway area.
So First Gateway Credit Union, you're in a number of different locations. So is each location going to benefit from this program, Lily?
Yeah, so after this first one, we're already looking at our second shoe drop somewhere within the communities that we serve for the end of this year, early next year already.
So you're getting started with Comanche, is that it?
Yep, we're starting with Comanche.
So has the distribution been made or how's that going?
We are going tomorrow to do our first shoe drop. So we've got 3 different assemblies throughout the day to get all the kids in, have some fun, do some dancing and singing, and try out their new kicks and send them on their way.
So did you have to get the individual shoe sizes or how's that going to work out?
We had a great team of about 10 or 12 staff members and or volunteer board members that went in about 6-7 weeks ago to Comanche schools and did what we called a shoe fit day, where they actually had the old metal Brannock device that used to measure.
Yes.
You and I can remember that.
Yes, yes.
Not only the length but also the width and quite honestly, the folks at Shoe Sensation told us that thing. Those are tried and true. There's laser type shoe measuring devices nowadays, and they said if you want the best fit for young kids, use this unit. And so we are the proud owner of 3 of those.
There
measuring,
you go.
So there's a lot of recording. So we have the shoe size for every student, whether obviously it's a female, male, who's their teacher, because they'll be coming in at different groups, and a lot of behind the scenes organization by a number of people at First Gateway.
Now, is this primarily for the elementary age group? Is that right?
Yep, preschool through 4th grade will get shoes tomorrow at the Comanche Elementary School. It's about 350 pairs.
So when you go to the schools, when you first approached the schools about this, what were their initial reaction?
They were on board from the start, just super excited. They said, you know, they see firsthand some kids aren't coming to school with properly fitting shoes or worn out shoes, so they know that this will make a huge impact on their performance at school.
That is great. So that's going to be a fun time tomorrow.
Well, listen to this, Gary.
Yes.
Lily and her group have fine folks at like Clinton County Sheriff's Office, Comanche Police Department, Comanche Fire Department. We heard Joe Howard's name mentioned a bit ago.
Right.
He's our videographer as well with his drone. But we're going to have fire trucks, police cars coming in from Shoe Sensation all the way to Comanche, doing a lap around the elementary school to hopefully create some excitement in the community, and then the process will begin. So it is our first ever. We're excited about it. The goal from our board standpoint, from my standpoint, is we don't want to be a one and done. And so yes, we're looking at, you know, all the other elementary schools in our field of membership as possibilities. And as Lily said, we initially talked with the Comanche Superintendent, Justin Schaefer, all on board. The teachers, groups, all on board because they see things that we don't see firsthand that, we read about, we hear about, but, it's all about helping those that maybe, come to school with some shoes that are tattered or ill-fitting. There's just so many positives that can come out of it. So our goal is at least to get the ball rolling and make it happen.
I am the oldest of 8, so when my folks, and I mean, we're going from 10 years, 8 children over 10 years. So getting shoes was hard sometimes for the Determan boys, so it'll be great to have something like this. So I can't imagine what the faces are going to be like on these kids.
We're really looking forward to it, and we'll hopefully have some good video to share with everybody in the community as well. So.
And what a great thing. Who's next? Who's next on your list of schools? Any idea yet?
Not yet. We're the good of it is we're learning from what we're doing.
Right.
We have a budget established within the credit union for how much we can, put into the foundation. I'm happy to say we have a partnership with Shoe Sensation to be our supplier. They've been outstanding to work with. We think our final tally, our cost for this first drop is going to be less than planned. So it frees up dollars for other schools. So once the final dollars, how much per shoe, our final cost was, we'll approach it because every district in our field of membership, especially where we have offices, is kind of the priority list. They're on the radar. But what we have to do is back into a school to some degree of saying, we have this much in funding available. This is how many shoes can be purchased or close to. When we have a tally for how many elementary students in each district. So it's going to be an ongoing year-over-year program as we see it with again, we hope just a lot of long-term benefits, not only for the schools, not only for the teachers, not only for the students, but the communities.
Well, I think it's exactly what, the communities really do need, and thank you guys so much for doing something like this. Finally, wrapping things up with you, talk about doing something like this, the importance and why First Gateway Credit Union did this.
I would say the why. Really, it's a double-edged sword, both positive. From a student perspective, what the national experts and what the folks that have done this before have said, and there's figures out there, improves self-esteem for the student. It improves their attendance. It improves, if they have better attendance, it could hopefully improve their grades. It improves their desire or their want to get physically active. There's just a lot of positives. What we've learned, and I think we're seeing it firsthand, and in talking with one of our peers that, again, we're emulating our program off of, one of the first things he said is you want your employees, a group of your employees, to be part of that shoe measuring day because they're going to see what some of these students were coming to school wearing. And it's almost, so there's been some morale boosters in my mind from our employees saying, we do a lot of good for the community. This one is really unique and I'm on the front line. And so we've got a lot of enthusiastic that can't wait to wear their CU Kicks shirts tomorrow. That's part of it. To see, like I said, that excitement firsthand. We just learned this morning earlier, we are fortunate. We have some KWQC, Channel 6 is going to be at our credit union office in Comanche at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
So doing one of those early birds, but we're just trying to get the word out to grow it, to get others in the community to maybe help fund so we can do bigger, better, faster, stronger.
All right, Pat. Lily, what are you going to take from all this tomorrow?
It's going to be a whirlwind day tomorrow, but we are so excited to see those kids smiling and having a good time, just making a good impact on our community.
Well, it is the Kicks program, so I dug this out of 1966. Paul Revere and the Raiders. Pat said he was 3 or 4. Lily, you probably weren't even around in 1966, but here it is. Paul Revere and the Raiders and Kicks. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you, Gary.